Every organization is talking about AI, from the board down. But despite billions being invested, organizations are discovering the same uncomfortable truth. The biggest challenge isn't the AI model, it's the data. So whether the organization has trusted, governed data products that AI can actually understand.
One of the things I love most about my role is that I get to sit on both sides of the conversation. I spend time with customers who are trying to move fast with AI, and I spend time with our partners who are helping those customers make that happen. What's interesting is that although they often describe the problem differently, they're actually talking about exactly the same thing. Business leaders tell me they need trusted information so they can make better decisions. Data teams tell me they need clearer business context so they know what they're actually building. And partners tell me they're trying to bridge those two worlds. Different conversations, same challenge.
Research from Gartner has highlighted that weak semantic foundations can lead to inaccurate AI agents, wasted spending, and increased governance risks. AI doesn't simply need data, it needs context.
Before AI, organizations could often work around disconnected data. Someone would manually combine spreadsheets, someone else would interpret the numbers, experienced people filled the gaps. AI doesn't do that. AI consumes exactly what we give it. If the context isn't there, if ownership isn't clear, if governance is inconsistent, AI simply scales those problems. That's why I often say AI doesn't create data problems, it exposes the ones that were already there.
The more organizations automate, the more important trusted business context becomes.
Sometimes I think we've been asking the wrong question. Instead of asking, are we ready for AI? Maybe we should be asking, is this specific data product ready to support this specific business decision? Because that's where readiness actually happens. Not across an entire organization, but at the point where somebody or something needs to use information. Whether that's a person, an application, an AI agent, or an executive making an important decision.
Forrester has similarly argued that successful AI depends on organizational capabilities including governance, trust, architecture, and operational maturity, not simply technology selection.
This is where I think partners become incredibly important. Customers don't want another strategy presentation. They already know AI matters. What they're asking is, where do we begin? Which data should we trust? How do we prioritize? What actually needs improving? And those are practical questions. And that's exactly where great partners create value. They're helping customers move from ambition to execution.
Customers increasingly expect partners to combine advisory, governance, implementation, and adoption into one practical journey.
One of the reasons I joined Data Tiles is because I felt Cameron's vision addressed exactly this challenge. The vision wasn't about building another platform. It wasn't about creating another destination for data. It was about helping organizations make better decisions. That might sound simple, but when you think about it, that's actually what every data initiative has been trying to achieve all along. Lattice gives organizations a way to operationalize that. Business teams can describe the decisions they're trying to improve. Data teams can understand the context. Governance becomes part of building the data product, not something added afterwards. And partners have a repeatable way to guide customers through that journey. Everybody starts working from the same operating model.
One of the unique aspects of Lattice is that readiness isn't left to interpretation. The platform evaluates business-led data products across 8 readiness categories and 37 measurable characteristics.
I think that's one of the most exciting parts, because readiness suddenly becomes visible. Instead of saying, I think this data is probably good enough, we can ask much better questions. Does it have an owner? Is the business meaning clear? Can somebody understand where it came from? Is governance applied? Will AI understand what it's consuming? Those conversations are far more valuable than debating whether the organization is AI ready. The organizations I see making real progress aren't necessarily the ones with the biggest AI budgets. They're the ones where business teams, data teams, governance teams, and partners are all working towards the same business outcomes. Everyone understands why the data exists. Everyone understands who owns it. Everyone understands how success will be measured. And that's when AI starts creating real value. If I could offer one piece of advice to organizations starting or continuing their AI journey, it would be this. Don't begin with the model, begin with the decision. Ask yourself, what decision are we trying to improve? What information do people need? Can they trust it? Can AI understand it? Who owns it? How is it governed? Those questions change everything, because once you answer those, AI has something meaningful to work with. At Data Tiles, we believe AI readiness starts with trusted data products. But trusted data products don't start with technology. They start with people. People who understand the business, people who understand data, people who can work together, and partners who help bring those worlds together. When that happens, AI stops being an experiment. It starts becoming part of how better decisions are made every day.
To learn more about business-led data products and the decision-driven enterprise, visit www.data-tiles.com or explore Lattice, the data product workbench that helps organizations create trusted, governed data products for better decisions and AI. If you enjoyed this discussion, subscribe for more conversations on AI, governance, business-led data products, and the future of decision-making.